in Whiting, Indiana to take on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. I'm Charlie Harris. Alongside me is Jackson Baker. And Jackson, the Oilmen coming off of a loss against the Griffith Generals. The Panthers can have an opportunity to capitalize on that. What do we want to see from the Panthers tonight in a big game on the road?
Yeah, and for the Generals, it was really taking advantage of just the base hits. And if the Panthers can do that here today, then there's a chance they could come away with another win over this Oilman team. It's just getting those base hits, getting men on in scoring position when it matters.
The Panthers are one game back from the Elkhart County Miracle, and that one game is determining a playoff spot for that fourth seed. So the Panthers certainly going to have to claw their way back for the rest of the month of July. But starting on the mound for the Panthers is Max Everett. Max Everett, kind of that ace for the Panthers. He has the most innings pitched. He has 18 strikeouts. What do you want to see from Everett to be efficient tonight?
Just painting the edge of the strike zone, whether you're getting a ball in play that's just a slow roller to one of your third or first basemen to get an efficient out, or just putting the ball in the strike zone to get a strikeout. It's really what I want to see out of him so that they can secure the win today.
It's Silas Snowy starting for the Oilmen, Max Everett for the Panthers, and we'll have the action back here on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Rise and shine.
All right. WJOB's Jim Deedlow starts your weekdays at 6 a.m. Jed in the region, and be sure to follow us on Facebook. WJOB, AM 1230 and 104.7 FM.
When you hire certified electrician contractors, you're getting the best. But just as important as our skill and expertise is our culture of safety. We know it's important to you, and we know it's important to them. Certified Electrician represents the NECA IBEW team, a team where safety and productivity go hand in hand. It's why our jobs finish on time and on budget. It's why owners that use us are repeat customers. Certified Electrician, working together, powering Northwest Indiana.
First time in 30 years, Coors Light has an ad in the big game.
Actually, this is a Miller Lite commercial.
Mountain Cold Refreshment.
It's Miller time. Great taste. Less filling.
Cold as the Rockies.
Coors commercial. Miller commercial.
Actually, it's a Blue Moon commercial.
I am a success.
I am the future.
I am.
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 I am Ivy Tech Community College. Are you?
Wait! Let me help! Land of Frost! Premium meat! Delicious! And no byproducts!
Toss it in.
Et moi?
Okay.
Make a smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
It's common for back patients to have a lot of questions, but at Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital, we ask a lot of questions too. We want to know about their jobs, their hobbies, their lifestyle. Because spinal conditions are oftentimes complex and multifaceted, the best solutions take into account work and lifestyle. The spine is at the basis of everything that we do and who we are. For us, surgery is not the first priority. Finding the least invasive option to give you your life back is.
Hello and welcome back to Oil City Stadium. It's the 12-17 Indiana Panthers here in Whiting, Indiana to take on the 19-9 Northwest Indiana Oilmen. The Oilmen in first place right now in the Northern League. They eclipsed that about a week ago against the Lake County Corn Dogs, and they're only a half a game in front of the Corn Dogs right now, so something to keep a look on. But without further ado, let's get into the starting lineups. First, we'll start with the visiting Indiana Panthers, led by DeAndre Gilmore. Batting first in the leadoff spot for the Panthers is number 24, Jaden Correa. Correa playing shortstop for the Panthers. Batting second is second baseman Robert Tate. Tate, number 1 this evening. And then in that 3 spot is number 11, Josh Outlaw. Outlaw playing center field. Batting cleanup for the Panthers is number 10, Jason Ballard. Ballard playing right field tonight. Batting fifth is Aaron Barrera. Barrera has been so good for the Panthers as of late. Barrera is playing third base tonight. Batting sixth is Trent Lawrence. Lawrence playing first base. Batting seventh is Bo Pollocky. Pollocky playing left field. Batting eighth is designated hitter Sohrab Rizza. Rizza in the DH spot in that number 8. And rounding off the starting lineup for the Panthers is Damon Brenna. Brenna playing catcher. All of that led by starting pitcher Max Everett for the Indiana Panthers. Now the starting lineups for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. Batting leadoff is no other than Brendan O'Connor. Brendan O'Connor playing first base. Batting second is right fielder Kevin Denty. And then batting third in that power position is shortstop Randy Seymour. Seymour has been unstoppable. And in the cleanup spot for the Oilmen is center fielder Chris Baker. And batting fifth, playing second base, is Jaden Comia. Batting sixth, playing third base, is Ryan Little. First time we're seeing Ryan Little play third base. And then batting seventh, hitting DH, is Colin Schmidtke. Colin Schmidtke getting one of his first starts this year. And batting eighth is Kane Hedrick. Hedrick playing left field. And to round off this Oilman starting lineup is Emmanuel Scott. Scott, your catcher. And number 14, Silas Noe, your starting pitcher for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. Now, with the starting lineups being announced, let's toss it to the PA for the national anthem. That's the national anthem, and we are going to step aside for a quick moment. On the flip side will be the first pitch right here on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
That beach is just too hot. I mean, God, look at it. It's making the sand burn, the mouth dry, the skin cry. I mean, everything's just... Oh, there's Coors Light. Well, mouth desert, meet ice cold beer. Mountain cold refreshment. That's chill.
BP's natural gas teams use smart app technology to share data from any well instantly, so they can analyze trends and stop potential problems in their tracks. Because safety is never being satisfied and always working to be better.
Have a student headed to college this fall? If so, you probably have questions, and the best place to find answers is Ivy Tech Community College. Ivy Tech is in your community and offers hundreds of options. Best of all, our tuition is a fraction of the cost of other colleges. Complete a free application today.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. We await first pitch for the Oilmen. It is Silas Noe. Noe comes into this start with 28 innings pitched. And Jackson, what do you want to see from Noe to have a good start?
Just putting that ball in that strike zone, getting strikeouts. He's been so effective at it this year. I believe he leads the team in strikeouts. So if he can do that today, he can get the game rolling early and hopefully continue that streak later into the ball game and just feed this Oilman team with shutout innings.
Yeah, Silas Noe, through 28 innings, has only allowed 17 hits. So he's very efficient when he's on the mound. And Adam Enright is going to give him the nod this evening. Leading off for the Panthers is Jaden Correa. This first pitch taken for a strike, but Jaden Correa, he's batting leadoff. He comes into this with a 179 batting average, so some room for improvement. Second pitch is swung on and missed for strike two. Noe's ahead on an 0-2 count.
Already good stuff from Noe, just showing that off speed in there, the fastball to just push it right by Correa.
Noe's 0-2 pitch, it's a breaking ball that misses high, but yeah, Noe doing a good job very early on attacking the strike zone. That's what you want to see. It's a 1-2 count for Jaden Correa. Noe's 1-2 pitch, it's outside for ball two. And the Indiana Panthers coming off of a 3-2 loss on July 3rd against the Southland Vikings. This pitch is popped up behind home plate. It's going to be out of play. And Correa is going to live to see another pitch.
He's one of those guys that's just really patient at the plate. He doesn't take anything he doesn't think he can put in play.
And Jaden Correa, he's in that leadoff position for the Panthers here at Oil City. The 2-2 pitch is high and inside. It's a full count. So Silas Noe worked those first two pitches, swing and a miss and a called strike, and quickly it's turned into a great at-bat for Correa.
Yeah, and sometimes you get ahead early and you just get a little bit too confident and throw one pitch away and lose it all.
So early on, it's a full count in the first at-bat. Here's the payoff pitch. It's speared into left field for a base hit. Jaden Correa starts things off for the Panthers with a leadoff single.
Just good contact there. Like I was saying, he's one of those guys who just fights through the count no matter what position he was in. He was down 0-2 to Noe and then fought all the way back to a full count and just put great contact on that ball to get it over Seymour's head.
So now it's Robert Tate. Tate has been consistent all year for the Panthers. A .415 on-base percentage, .333 batting average, so he knows how to put the ball in play. Noe's first pitch is low and outside for ball one. This could be a big first inning for the Panthers if they want to jump on the Oilmen. The 1-0 pitch outside again. It's a wild pitch from Silas Noe, and reaching second base is Jaden Correa. Not a good pitch from Silas Noe. I still think it was catchable from Scott, but it was pretty outside. And he's going to work behind from Robert Tate. Here's the 2-0. It's fouled off back into the net. It's a 2-1 count now.
Yeah, and back to that pitch, it really looked like for Scott, he tried to get his glove up there, but didn't want to dive too far out of the way and completely missed that one.
So now a runner in scoring position with no outs in the top of this first inning. Correa takes his lead. This pitch is hit into center field. Under it is Chris Baker. Baker making the grab and tagging up from second base is Correa. He tags up and he is safe at third base. So one out away and a runner at third for the Panthers.
And just like that, a chance to strike for this Panthers team early. They haven't seen much success against the Oilmen, but already in this first inning with only 1 out, Correa is in scoring position with Outlaw up to the dish.
So now it's Josh Outlaw in a big spot. Really anything in play you gotta think could score a run. The first pitch from Silas Snowy is away for ball 1. And the infield not in for the Oilmen. I mean, it is only the first inning, but
you never know.
Maybe you want to be aggressive at home plate. Who knows? The 1-0 pitch is hit over to O'Connor at first. Having to cover the bag is Snowy. He can't do it. So it's a infield single for Josh Outlaw. And just like that, the Panthers strike first on Silas Noe.
Just a little miscommunication there from Noe and O'Connor there over at first base to just not exactly realize that Noe needed to be on first.
That first pitch is low and away for ball 1. But yeah, it was a good job by Outlaw putting the ball in play and getting that RBI single. So runner on first with 1 out. This pitch is fouled back into the net. So 2 hits already for the Panthers. The Panthers have the worst batting average and on-base percentage in the Northern League. So offense is their biggest point of emphasis moving forward. And they started out strongly this time. That pitch is high for a ball. It's a 2-1 count.
And as we talked about in the pre-game show, I kind of just said, put the ball in play, don't force anything, and that's exactly what they've done. 2 singles, and that's been able to score 1 run and put them ahead.
This 2-1 pitch is fouled back out of play, but something notable in the Panthers lineup is no Kevin Bushnell tonight. He leads the Northern League in batting average, a .377 average. He's not in the lineup tonight, so the Panthers a bit empty-handed, but they have a early 1-0 lead. This pitch is going to be shot into over at first base for Brendan O'Connor, who makes the grab for the second out. A bit of a jam on Ballard's bat, but O'Connor makes the catch, and there's 2 outs.
Yeah, just not exactly what Ballard wanted. Kind of looked like he had to go too far inside on that one and just chunked it over to first base.
It's the third baseman, Aaron Barrera. Aaron Barrera batting .357. He swings the bat well. Stealing second base and in. I don't want to make a premature call. He is safe. It's Josh Outlaw who reaches second base on a stolen one. And it's another runner in scoring position. I like the aggressiveness from the Panthers. Aaron Barrera, who's got plenty of hits to his name. It's a pickoff opportunity. It's not in time, but Aaron Barrera is down on an 0-1 count right now with 2 outs. Silas Noe going to have to work out of a slight jam here in the first inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's fouled out of play. Noe's going to have another 0-2 count.
Yeah, Noe's really just focusing on Barrera back there at second now. He's watched him steal second without any hesitation, and now not wanting him to steal third and give up another chance to make this ballgame 2-0.
Here is the 0-2 pitch from Silas Noe. It's swung on and missed. And throwing over to first base to end the inning on the drop third strike is Emmanuel Scott. That does it for the top of the first inning. The Panthers lead 1-0. We'll be back on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Now do what you do, get loud, go ahead, get loose, get down to business, tell everyone, nothing's off limits, you can have anything you want.
The Jed TV Sports Network is now the exclusive home to 8 schools. Subscribe today for a full year of sports coverage by using code JEDTV50 at checkout. Visit JEDTV.com for more information.
Don't let pain knock you out of the ring. Our hand, wrist, and elbow experts are pioneers worldwide. You need us in your corner. Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. Make an appointment today. After our minimally invasive spine surgery, 80% of golfers maintained or improved their handicap. Be treated by the pros to play more like a pro. Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. Make an appointment today.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything.
This game is presented to you by Hard Rock Casinos. Discover your rhythm at Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana, just off Exit 6, I-80-94. It's Hard Rock Casino is the proud sponsor of the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. And Jackson, an impressive first inning offensively for the Panthers. What'd you like there in the top of that inning?
Just a really good job from them to put the ball in play, not do anything over-exaggerated and put that ball into the outfield way deep there, try and swing for a home run or a triple. They just made contact, got singles, and that's what put men in scoring position and was able to drive across that first run.
So it's Brendan O'Connor, the leadoff man, his 70th at-bat of the season. He's got a .290 average, .457 on-base percentage. He has been one of the best parts about this Oilman team. He has the third most hits for the Oilmen with 20.
Yeah, and 6 of those are extra bases, one of them being a home run.
Yeah. He leads the team in RBIs with 16. And he's in the leadoff spot against Max Everett. The Indiana Panthers putting the ball in his hands. He's got the most innings pitched for the Panthers with 25. He's been efficient, making his 6th appearance on the mound this year, his 5th start. And he starts things off with a ball just on the upper part of the strike zone.
And really, this is what the Oilmen have to do if they want to try and get back into this ball game already in this first inning, is just be patient at the plate. Don't swing at anything too far outside of that zone.
Everett's pitch is outside for ball 2, and Brendan O'Connor quickly ahead 2-0. I think it's important for Max Everett to have a strong first inning here and keep that 1-0 lead. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's popped up into left center field. Under it is the center fielder, Josh Outlaw, who makes the catch for the first out. Good job by Everett to get through the first batter. And now it's Kevin Denty who steps in, an incoming freshman at Valparaiso University, where he will play Division I baseball. Kevin Denty leads this team in walks with 20. And he's been so good at hitting the ball in general. That first pitch is inside for a ball. Denty is tied for the 3rd best batting average in the league. He's got a .339 average. And he has been incredible. .534 on base percentage. And this pitch is into right field for a base hit. Kevin Denty gets things started for the Oilmen. And there's a base runner.
And just like that, he's showing why he's up there with one of the best averages. He doesn't do anything over the top and just puts the ball in play. Going back to week 2, that's exactly what he was doing so well when he won Player of the Week. Getting on base at a 400, 500 clip back in that week 2.
Yeah, Kevin Denty, he led the Northern League in batting average for a while. He was a player of the week here. And he continues. Randy Seymour hits this over to shortstop. It's flipped for the first out. The throw to first base, not in time. Seymour beats the double play. It's a fielder's choice at second base. Jaden Correa flipped that to Robert Tate, shortstop to second. And with 2 outs and a runner on first, it's Chris Baker. And Chris Baker I don't want to say he's in a slump, but he's started to see some struggles recently. That average is down to 200, but he still has drawn 19 walks this year. He's still very disciplined at the plate, but if you're Chris Baker, you'd like to see some more balls reach some gaps as he takes ball 1. And this is a game where he can right the ship, so to say. Max Everett comes set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Chris Baker pops this into shallow center field, and making the catch is Josh Outlaw. A beautiful sliding play, and that ends the first inning here at Oil City Stadium. It's the Panthers with a 1-0 lead on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Football legend Tom Flores, a.k.a. the Iceman, a.k.a. the first Latino quarterback and head coach ever, a.k.a. why isn't he in the hall yet? Well, Coors Light is going to do something about it.
I'll drink to that.
You guys are crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein in Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted and bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded. Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack & Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strack & Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strackandvantil.com.
Safety doesn't come in a box. It's not a banner that goes on a wall. It's not something you do now and then, or when it's convenient. It's using state-of-the-art simulators to better prepare for any situation. It's giving offshore teams onshore support, and it's empowering anyone to stop a job if something doesn't seem right. At BP, safety is never being satisfied and always working to be better.
It's the Oilmen trailing by a run as we enter the top of the second inning. Silas Noe back for another inning of work. And the 0-1 pitch is outside for the first ball. It's a 1-1 count on Trent Lawrence. Trent Lawrence, the first baseman, leading off this second inning. And he swings and misses at strike number 2.
Good start from Noe this inning to just kind of bounce back after giving up that 1 run, painting the strike zone early, up 2-1 right now.
That pitch is hit over to Randy Seymour. Seymour making the throw, and it's in time for the play. Brendan O'Connor had to stretch a little at first base, but Seymour makes the throw for the first out.
Great play there, just showing the same athleticism we've seen all year from Seymour, being that great shortstop that everyone loves to see out there.
So it's Bo Pollocky stepping in with 1 out away. Bo Pollocky playing left field today. As that pitch is called for ball 1. Bo Pollocky, he's got a .250 average. That pitch outside for ball 2. But credit to the Panthers, most of the time when teams beat the Oilmen, it's when they strike first. So who knows if that will be the case this evening. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's hit into left field for a base hit. Bo Pollocky starts things off. And it's another base runner for the Panthers.
Just another one of those nice little contact hits, not trying to put too much power on it, just going over Seymour's head. Seymour's watched 2 singles just go straight over him now.
So it's Sorab Rizza who's going to step up to bat. This is Riz's 35th at-bat for the Panthers. He's got a .206 average. Looking for his 8th hit. He's got 7 hits. And he swings and misses at strike 1. Silas Noe, I mean, he's been very solid for the Oilmen. He's maybe not up to par with a guy like Brandon Locks and Joey Turek, but he's been so reliable, not only out of the bullpen, but as a starting pitcher. He's really been one of those go-to guys that Adam Enright can lean on. He's got 27 strikeouts as that pitch swung and missed for strike 2. This could be a big 2-strike pitch for Silas Noe. Bo Pollocky at first. This pitch is flied out of play. Lots of elevation on that foul ball. The 1-2 pitch, it's an off-speed, high in the zone for another ball. It's a 2-2 count. The Panthers come into this 9-13 on the road, looking for a double-digit win, and this pitch once again out of place. Trying to steal second base was Bo Pollocky there.
Yeah, and that's what the Panthers have done early today and often today, is just try and steal second base. It's not even that they want to steal third, they just want to get that man in scoring position.
Yeah, it's going to be important for the Panthers to be aggressive. 56 stolen bases on the year for the Panthers. That's about 2 stolen bases a game, and that foul ball almost went into the press box. That was an awfully loud thump on the press box window. If there was a ball that was going to come into the press box, it was that one. And that pitch lined right back at Silas Noe's glove. It's going to be a tough play for Comia. It's going to be, I believe, another single. So it's another base hit for the Panthers, and the offense continues to work.
And that's just unfortunate. It looked like it went off Silas Noe's shin. It did rattle back over to Camilla, but Camilla didn't have enough time as the ball slowed down after hitting Noe.
So now it's Damon Brenna. He was just shipped off to the Panthers about a week and a half ago. He was on the Oilmen for practically the entire month of June. But he's got a Panthers uniform on, and that's a check swing for strike 1. Damon Brenna with 2 runners on base. His team already with 4 hits. A 5th hit could be another RBI. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Damon Brenna. It's a called strike. Quickly an 0-2 count on Damon Brenna. Silas Noe, a big 2-strike pitch. It's a back pick opportunity over at first base. And it gets Sorab Rizza, Emmanuel Scott. Great heads-up defense. And that's another reason why he's such a phenomenal catcher. He sees the field so well. And there's 2 outs away. Here's the 1-2. It's hit into left field. It's a base hit. Coming to score. It's an RBI single. Damon Brenna is going to be caught in a bit of a jam. Back to Brendan O'Connor, and he's going to tag out Damon Brenna, but not before an RBI single. Damon Brenna gets the Panthers on the board once again. The Panthers lead 2-0 as we enter the bottom of the 2nd inning on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Hold up, now do what you do.
Jed TV app is available on your smartphone and streaming devices. If you downloaded the WJOB Network app, then you're good to go. The same app with a new name. If not, head to the App Store on your phone or streaming device. And right now, you'll be able to watch Jed in the Region Rush Hour, and all PNW and high school sports right in the palm of your hand or in the comfort of your own living room. That's the Jed TV app, available on all streaming devices.
I've never seen ads on top of the roof where it's helping the community.
Midwest Orthopedics, to be your best, see the best. Elite and everyday performers from around the world trust our physicians to help them make a fast, complete recovery. We're here to help you rediscover the best version of yourself. Call Midwest Orthopedics today. And so Jackson, another inning and another run for the Panthers. It's a 2-0 lead right now for the Panthers, and still obviously plenty of time, but 5 hits through 2 innings. Something we're not used to seeing from that Panthers offense.
Yeah, and it's just been putting the ball in play, not trying to send the ball to the outfield, just putting the ball in play, whether it's just a blooper that isn't able to do much, but you're just able to reach because of your speed, or putting something just over the infielders' heads. That's what they've been really solid at tonight so far through 2 innings.
So it's Jaden Comia to step in. Jaden Comia, another great option on the Oilmen offense. 7 extra base hits, 2 home runs. Power hitting and contact hitting. He does both so well. And the first pitch from Everett is outside for ball 1. Now, Jaden Comia will be playing college baseball for the University of Illinois in the fall. Or in the spring, I should say. The 1-0 pitch is a chopper right to third base, and it'll be single. Jaden Comia leads things off. Doesn't matter how you do it, but it's a single.
And the guy who that repeatedly, he leads with 20, now make it 26. He's just so good at putting the ball in play. He doesn't try and do too much. He does have 2 home runs and 5 doubles on the year, but most of the time he's just putting the ball in play when he's needed most.
Yeah, the Oilmen, 10 players with a 400 on-base percentage or higher. 10 players with over a 400 on-base percentage. It's a reason, that's the reason they are first place in the league. And they keep winning games because of this offense. And here's Ryan Little, a line drive to shortstop. Outlaw trying for a double play. And he hits Comia, but so Comia will stay at first base, and it's a line out for Ryan Little on that first pitch.
And that's one of those hits that you really like if you're Little. Just isn't in the exact right position, goes straight to the shortstop. Most of the time you expect that to make the gap between shortstop and third baseman, but the shortstop was just there to make a great glove on that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think that feels good off the bat. It's just right at Outlaw for the first out, and it's a break for the Panthers defense. So here's Colin Schmidtke, and heading to second base is Comia, and he is in on the stolen base. Now that pitch was in the dirt, but that's still a risky move from Comia to take second. And yeah, Colin Schmidtke's working with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Brenna did a good job to keep that ball at the plate, so definitely a stolen base. Comia had to run practically all the way from first.
So Schmidtke waits on the 1-0 pitch from Everett. It's a called strike on the fastball. If there is something the Oilmen can improve on, it could be stealing bases. They have the second least. They're fifth in the Northern League in stolen bases with 51. So if there is something to build on, it could be aggressiveness on the base pass. So something to look for. The 1-1 pitch is popped up straight in the air. Under it will be Outlaw for out number 2. And so it's Kane Hedrick, The left fielder, Kane Hedrick, we're seeing him for, I believe, the first time this season, Jackson.
Yeah, and he's one of those new guys just coming into the lineup. He's going to he plays at Lewis. He's coming from Providence Catholic. Just great player out there, looking to get something good in here, driving his first RBI.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a late addition as he looks at strike one. And he can come up big. His team down 2. A runner on second base and Jaden Comia, and we know the type of aggressiveness Comia comes with, so anything into the outfield, you got to think Jaden will be headed home. This pitch is chopped over to third base in foul territory. And quickly, it's an 0-2 count. Max Everett, 2 strikes and 2 outs. His team up 2-0. Runner on second. Could be a big pitch to get your team feeling confident on the road. Here's the 0-2. It's in the dirt for a ball. He went with the breaking ball on the 0-2.
Yeah, he for Everett, it's really about trying to just find the edge of the strike zone right now. You had those 3 balls to give up, now only 2. But just finding the edge of that strike zone, hoping to strike him out. You don't want to put one over the plate that Hedrick can put into play and score Comia.
So here's the 1-2 pitch. It's outside and low again. Comia headed to third base, and he dives in safely. It's another stolen base for Jaden Comia. Jaden Comia is being aggressive today. And that is a second stolen base for Jaden Comia.
Yeah, and he only had 4 coming into this game, so now make it 6. It's really good improvement from him, just being very aggressive out there. We haven't seen it a lot so far this season.
And I remember pregame, you thought there could be a stolen base from Comia. Here's the 2-2. It's popped up. It looks like it's going to stay in play. It's going to be a tough catch and just dropping before the Panthers dugout. Diving for that was the pitcher, Max Everett. So, Kane Hedrick stays alive. And it stays as a 2-2 count. The Oilmen have been so dominant this season. And they've been so good at starting early in games by taking leads. They've scored 27 runs this year in the second inning. And that's another breaking ball that misses. These past few breaking balls for Everett have either been in the dirt or on that last pitch, really not anywhere close to the strike zone.
I think it's really just him trying to, like I was saying, try and paint that strike zone. You don't want to put something over the plate and let Hedrick do whatever he wants with it and put it in play. And now with Comia at third, it's an even bigger threat. He's only 90 feet away. He can score very easily.
So here's the payoff pitch. It's outside again for ball 4. And heading to first base is Kane Hedrick.
What a way to start your season with the Oilmen. It's your first at bat. You stay very patient. You were down 0-2. Just make sure that you are patient at the plate. You show Enright that you can be a guy who's efficient at the plate in your first at bat by walking. Now there's 2 men on. Comia's still in scoring position, and Scott, who's had an efficient season with getting on base, with a chance to score Comia.
That was the 183rd walk this year for the Oilmen, the most in the league. They draw the most walks as a team, and Scott hits this into the Panther dugout for a foul ball. Yeah, the Oilmen, they're a team with a lot of discipline at the plate. They average 6.7 walks per game. Now, that is a lot of walks, and it's a reason why they score so many runs. It's because of that plate discipline. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Scott. It's another breaking ball away for a ball. It's a 1-1 count to the catcher. Runners on the corners. The Panthers 5 hits, the Oilmen 2 hits. The 1-1 pitch from Everett is a strike. the fastball finds its way into the zone. And it's another 2-strike pitch for the number 9 hitter, Scott. Scott, he came up big last inning with a back pick on Sohrab Rizza at first base. Great heads-up play defensively. Here he is on offense. The 1-2 pitch low and away for ball 2. And taking second base is Kane Hedrick. So a base hit could tie this game in the bottom of the second. It's a 2-2 count. And if I'm Max Everett, I throw a fastball. The breaking balls haven't worked, at least this inning. Here's the 2-2. It's a fastball, and it's fouled off. Emmanuel Scott staying alive.
Yeah, and as you were saying, definitely he may have even heard you there throwing that fastball, but the off-speed has definitely been outside. He's thrown a lot of balls on it so far, and kind of just got to go back to the fundamentals, try and throw that fastball and get it over the bat of anyone who's going to swing at it.
So here's the 2-2. Once again, it is a half-hearted swing and a miss, and Emmanuel Scott is down on strikes. It's a strikeout for Max Everett that ends the second inning. The Panthers lead 2-0 on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
These days, it's recommended that you keep your social circle small. Of course, as the original light beer, we've always recommended that. It's Miller time.
BP's natural gas teams use smart app technology to share data from any well instantly, so they can analyze trends and stop potential problems in their tracks. Because safety is never being satisfied and always working to be better.
Hello, Hoosier fans. Jim Coyle with Indiana Sports Beat Radio, the only show that covers the Hoosiers, the Big Ten, the Colts, the Pacers, and more. And now you can catch us each Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 on WJOB, the voice of the region. Daily guests like Don Fisher, Mike DeCourcy, Bob Kravitz, and Rick Bozich, the coaches, the players, and playmakers. You'll find them all on Indiana Sports Beat Radio with Jim Coyle, Monday through Friday, 11 to 1 on 1230 a.m. and 104.7 FM.
Who is the IBEW? We're the people who bring the power to your home, the ones who make sure your phone calls and internet keep speeding along. We build things like schools and hospitals. We bring the biggest shows and sporting events to the world, keep America's railroads on the right track, help cities, states, and the federal government work for you. And we proudly build products made in the USA. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, the IBEW.
Ivy Tech, all of our programs are designed to lead you toward a great career. That's just one reason 92% of our alumni would choose Ivy Tech again. Find the program meant for advancing you toward your career quickly and affordably. That's Ivy Tech, a sponsor for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. And Jackson, we come to the top of the third inning, and it's the Panthers with a 2-0 lead. Coming into this game, the Oilmen are 5-0 against the Panthers. So looking to break that streak are the Panthers, and into center field for a base hit. It's going to be Jaden Correa, a leadoff single. That's his second base hit of the day. Correa is 2 for 2.
Just great contact from these Panthers, and as you said, They're 0-5 against the Oilman team, but we saw with the Generals just playing very well last time up when we were able to get their first win against the Oilmen. So Panthers looking to do the same here tonight.
That pitch to Robert Tate is in for a ball, and for a Panther team that averages just 7 hits per game, they already have 6. They're 5th in the league in hits. Right now, they've about reached their average on the year. 6 hits already tonight. That pitch is into right field. Running back on it is Denty, who makes the catch for the first out. And throwing to first base, a potential double play, but not in time. So Robert Tate flies out to right field. And Jaden Correa stands at first base.
Really, both pitchers have done really good control damage control here. Noe has given up 2 runs, but there's been a lot more chances for this Panther team.
This pitch is into deep right field. It is not over the fence, but it's off the wall. Denty making the catch, throwing to second. Seymour catches it. And how about that? Josh Outlaw for the Panthers. A knock into right center field. It is a double for the Panthers, and the hits keep coming.
Yeah, and really, for Outlaw, that could have been a triple, and that could have scored another run.
If he kept running.
He just didn't realize it, and he held his bat all the way until first base, almost walked on the first base, and then dropped it after Denty missed the ball in the air and just didn't think he was going to have a play on it.
So right now we have Jason Ballard. He hit that one foul, but that is the first double of the game for the Panthers. The Panthers are last in the league in extra base hits with 47. That was the 35th double on the season for the Panthers. If you compare extra base hits with the Oilmen 70 extra base hits. And this is a wild pitch. It looks like it could score a run, and it does. The wild pitch has Jaden Correa in safely, and it is a 3-0 lead for the Panthers.
Yeah, despite that run scoring, that was a good recognition from Scott and Noe. Scott was able to grab that ball after it got by him and then toss it to Noe, and Noe almost had the play to get the out there, just a little slow to home plate.
So here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a strike, the fastball from Silas Noe. And the Panthers have scored in every inning. And the Oilmen facing some early troubles. The 1-2 pitch is away from Emmanuel Scott. And my goodness, this scores another run. It is a 4-0 Panther lead right now. That is a pass ball on Emmanuel Scott. And yeah, that ball, it was low, but nothing out of reach for Scott. And the bases are cleared. 4-0 lead. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's flied into shallow right field. Under it will be Kevin Denty making the catch for out number 2. And so there's now 2 outs, nobody on. The Panthers a 4-0 lead in the top of this third inning. And for an Oilman team that allows the least amount of hits this year, they allow 7 hits per game, which is the least in the league. They've given up 7 hits, and we're not even through the third inning. Noe is in for a strike. Stepping up to bat right now is going to be Trent Lawrence. No, excuse me, it's Aaron Barrera. Barrera hits this to Seymour. Seymour throws it over to O'Connor, and that ends the top half of the third inning. On the flip side, we'll have the bottom of the third. It's the Panthers, a 4-0 lead on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake.
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strack and Van Til. Now you know.
Yes!
When it comes to Sunday, choose the right couch. Here's to the original light beer. It's Miller time.
Remember, everyone, tune in from 3 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday for the Region Rush Hour with Tony Panic and Sam Michael.
Well, Sam Michael and Tony Panic.
Well, yeah, Tony Panic, you know what? We'll talk about it. Tune in, everybody.
Do what you do, get loud, go ahead, get loose,
back to Oil City Stadium. The Indiana Panthers look strong right now, Jackson. What do you want to see from the Oilmen now in the bottom of the third inning? They trail by 4. What do we want to see offensively with the top of the order coming?
I want them to do exactly what they did in the second inning, except score the runs. They put 2 in scoring position and then just weren't able to put the ball in play. Got the last 2 outs of that inning very softly and weakly, not putting in effort. So if they can get those runners in scoring position and then just put the ball in play to score those runs, that's all I want to see. And you could bounce right back into this ball game, especially with now the top of the order coming through. You go 1, 2, 3. This is a point where you should emphasize trying to score those runs.
So it's Brendan O'Connor, the leadoff man for the Oilmen. And the Panthers looking to get back in the win column. As a team, the Panthers have not won more than 2 games in a row this season. So looking to pick up a win after they lost to the Vikings on July the 3rd. And they have a nice 4-0 lead right now. Here's the 1-0 pitch to O'Connor. It's hit into right center field. It's going to be a tough play, but under it and making the grab is Jason Ballard. The Oilmen are retired for the first out.
Yeah, and some good pop from O'Connor, trying to get that one in play. Just went a little too far under that one and pushed it way too high. Ballard was able to get under that one easily without question.
So it's Kevin Denty who steps in right now. He had a single to right field his first time up as he takes ball 1. The fastball was inside. Max Everett into the third inning, just 27 pitches, so he's been efficient. Looking to continue that efficiency. The 1-0 pitch finds the zone for strike 1. It's another fastball.
And Denty is usually one of those guys who's very patient at the plate. To see him take the first 2 pitches, it's not too crazy. He leads the team in walks with 20.
The 1-1 pitch is just outside, and a good miss from Max Everett. Max Everett, 18 strikeouts through 25 innings pitched. Here's a hard hit ball to second base. It's going to be a ground out for Kevin Denty. Robert Tate made the throw from second. 2 up, 2 down for this Oilman offense. And once again, Max Everett moving quickly.
Yeah, and Everett had a bad inning, I would say, in the second. He put 2 in scoring position from the Oilmen, but has then got the last 2 outs of that inning and now has the first 2 of this inning and has a good chance to keep this game shut out.
Randy Seymour hits that ball hard out of play. Seymour tied for the 3rd best league batting average with a .339 average. He's climbing up in those ranks. And he hits this hard into left field, but right at him. Bo Pollocky making the catch, ending the 3rd inning. The Panthers lead 4-0 on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
You didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't know Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra. Now, you do.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til to go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Crushing it. See how 8 grams of healthy protein and Land of Frost premium meat gives you energy and keeps you full. Let's get those buns toasted, bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
I'm getting shredded.
Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
The Oilmen trail 4-0. We enter the top of the fourth. It's Silas Noe, another inning of work. The Panthers have 7 hits through 3 innings and are flowing offensively for a team with a .218 batting average. They're really coming out strong here against the Oilmen. They are yet to beat the Oilmen this season, 0-5, but they're throwing all of that out the window. They're a game back from playoff contention up to date. The 1-0 pitch is a check swing for a ball. And it's Trent Lawrence who steps in. He grounded out to Randy Seymour at shortstop his last time up. The 2-0 pitch is a changeup for a strike. Nasty pitch from Silas Noe.
And when Silas Noe gets going, he throws those pitches great. He does exactly what he needs to do with them. Just puts them exactly in the zone where he should.
The 2-1 pitch is hit hard over Ryan Little at third base for another single. The Panthers applying pressure on the Oilmen. That is the 8th Panther hit, approaching double-digit hits. We're only in the 4th inning. This is some great stuff from the Indiana Panthers right now.
Just great composure, great consistency, just making contact exactly when they need to.
Noe's pitch in for a strike. It's Bo Pollocky. Pollocky singled his last time at bat. He's going to look to continue this offense. The fastball misses high for a ball. Silas Noe, 54 pitches. The pitch count really isn't the issue. It's the fact the Panthers are hitting him. That ball gets away from Scott. He's going to throw it down to second base, but it's not in time. It's a stolen base for Trent Lawrence after a bobble from Emmanuel Scott. And stealing bases has not been an issue tonight for the Panthers. Continue to do a great job. And this pitch is hit hard to Seymour. Seymour throws it to Little at third, who tags out Trent Lawrence. And they get the lead runner. So it's Sorab Rizza with 1 out away. And kind of catching a break defensively are the Oilmen. They get the lead runner and have a runner at first base with 1 out. It's the bottom part of the order as the first pitch is low for ball 1.
And really, that was just a smart decision from Seymour. He could have gotten the out at first, but tossed it over to Little to get the lead out man so that no more runs hopefully will be scored this inning.
This pitch fouled out of play for a strike. Silas Noe looking to just get through this. He's allowed 4 runs, all earned. He's yet to walk a batter, so he's throwing strikes. The Panthers are just capitalizing. That pitch is high and away for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count.
Sometimes that's just how it goes. You throw the ball in the strike zone, but sometimes it's not where you want it, and the Panthers have taken advantage of that and just been able to make contact and put the ball in play.
That 2-1 count misses low and in. It's a 3-1 count, and Silas Noe going to take his time, collect himself. We're seeing some early action now in the Oilmen bullpen. It's Matt Ostrowski who's going to go into the bullpen for the Oilmen. A pickoff attempt not in time. Ostrowski in the bullpen. We'll have updates on that. But for now, Silas Noe's going to try to get out of this 4th inning. That's a swing and a miss. It goes to a full count.
Exactly what you want to see from Noe right there. Just put the ball high in that strike zone. A fastball high is not a pitch we've seen often from Noe today. So for him to do it and get it through there and get him to swing, get Rousey to swing.
Sorab Rizza swings and fouls off the 3-2. Rizza singled his last at-bat. And with a full count, that looked like I don't know if it was a hit and run, but stealing second base was Bo Pollocky, or at least attempted to before it was fouled off. So here's the payoff pitch from Noe. It's another foul ball near the Panther dugout. There's been several foul balls hit towards the Panthers dugout tonight. Look out.
When you're in the dugout, you don't usually expect to be playing defense, but definitely getting the arms active over there.
So we'll do it again. The 3-2 pitch is popped up into shallow center field. Running in on it is Chris Baker. Baker's under it for the catch. And now with 2 outs away, it's Damon Brenna who steps in.
Really, this is exactly the position you want to be in if you're Noe. Get your first shutout inning of the game. You're only 1 out away, and it's against Brenna, someone who you've played with. You know a little bit. He does have a hit on you today and an RBI, but just try and find that strike zone.
Damon Brenna hit the ball hard his last time. He looks at ball 1. Yeah, he had a hard line drive single into left field. And when he was playing with the Oilmen, he started out slumping. He was 1 for his first 14 at-bats. And Brenna swings at a strike. It's a 1-1 count.
A lot of that was what we just saw there, him swinging at pitches that he doesn't really need to be swinging at. And so if he can just gain some composure up there and stay consistent.
Here's a hit up the middle for a base hit. Damon Brenna, a base hit. Brenna is 2 for 2. And he is coming alive for the Panthers. Everybody in this lineup is showing up here at Oil City Stadium. So we go back to the top of the order for the Panthers. It's Jaden Correa. Correa is 2 for 2 this evening. He's got 2 runners on base, 1 in scoring position. This hit right into center field, right at Chris Baker for the 3rd out, but not before 9 hits for the Panthers. It's the first scoreless inning for Silas Noe. Still a 4-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
This place teaches you to be genuine, to be the same person today as you were yesterday. People from Indiana, they're pretty comfortable with who they are. And I think that puts the people around them at ease to be comfortable with who they are.
The values that built Indiana are here in Strachan Van Til. We're Indiana's grocery store, and we're proud to be Indiana made.
We don't go to the office, we build it. This is a truism with Ironworkers Local 395 and the Northwest Indiana Contractors Association. Our goal is to exceed our customers' expectations. We provide a skilled, OSHA-trained, drug-free workforce, as well as many other certifications from our 4-year training program. Every time you hire an ironworker from Local 395, you should feel confident that you are receiving highly trained, highly skilled, and drug-free journeymen and apprentices who take their job and your project seriously. For more information, contact us at 219-763-7900 or ironworkers395.com.
Don't let pain knock you out of the ring. Our hand, wrist, and elbow experts are pioneers worldwide. You need us in your corner. Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. Make an appointment today.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Leading things off is Chris Baker as the Oilmen trail 4-0. Interestingly enough, the Panthers have allowed the least amount of runs in the 4th inning. Out of the 171 runs they've given up, 14 of them have come in the 4th inning, the least amount of every inning. So defensively, the 4th inning is the strongest for the Panthers. We'll see how that fares. We're coming into the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. It's Chris Baker, Jaden Comia, and Ryan Little due up. Chris Baker flew out to center field his last time at bat. We'll see how he does. Back for another inning of work is Max Everett. And the Oilmen are struggling offensively. I mean, I don't even want to say they're struggling offensively. I mean, you've played 3 innings and you haven't scored yet. That isn't necessarily struggling. It's just the Panthers have done a great job offensively. I feel like that's the way to look at it right now. That first pitch is in for a ball. But yeah, I mean, 9 hits. The Panthers averaged 7 hits on the season, and they've eclipsed that. This pitch is hit hard into right field. It's going to be a base hit for Chris Baker, a hard hit ball to first base.
Yeah, some good velocity on that one over the first baseman, just pokes through.
So Jaden Comia is going to step in. It's a leadoff single for Chris Baker. Jaden Comia is going to look to carry the torch. Comia singled his last at-bat. He's got a big spot right now. His team down 4. They're going to rely on him. That pitch is away for a ball. Comia has 14 RBIs this season, tied for the 4th most on the team. Still in double digits. The 1-0 pitch is hit hard into left field, but under it making the grab is Bo Pollocky. Jaden Comia got a lot of that ball near the warning track, but able to make the play was Bo Pollocky.
And just a great hit there. That's exactly what you want to do when you're down 4. Just put a lot into that hit. Force that ball to try and either get over the heads of the outfielders or just get out of the park and score something here. That's exactly what Comia did, just not enough.
So now it's Ryan Little. Ryan Little lined out to shortstop his last at-bat on the first pitch, and stealing second is Chris Baker. Baker is in safely. And there is aggressiveness on the base pass. The Oilmen 5th in steals, and that's something I touched on earlier was the lack of aggressiveness on the base pass, but we see it there from Chris Baker.
Yeah, and Baker does lead the team in stolen bases, so not incredibly surprising.
Ryan Little takes that pitch for a strike, but this is an important spot. You have a runner in scoring position. You have Ryan Little at bat. Little has been solid. 265 average, 367 on-base percentage. And that fastball misses low and away for ball 1. Ryan Little, he's got 18 hits this year and 13 RBIs. In 68 at-bats for Ryan Little, he's struck out just 7 times. Maybe I just jinxed it, but he puts the ball on the bat most of the time. And this pitch is fouled high in the air in foul territory, and making the catch was Aaron Barrera, the third baseman. That was no easy grab. But it's Colin Schmidtke.
Yeah, and a bit of a run from the third baseman over there, but he was able to get under it, and now with 2 outs, Everett has a chance to get out of this inning and go 4 scoreless innings.
Max Everett, he's dealing right now, pitching a great ball game. Schmidtke hits a little nubber back to Everett at first base. He throws it over to first for the 3rd out. The Oilmen scoreless through 4. The Panthers continue to lead 4-0. We'll be back to start the 5th inning on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Wait! Let me help! Land of Frost! Premium meat! Delicious! And no byproducts!
Toss it in.
Et moi?
Okay. Make the smart choice. Land of Frost Premium Meat.
The Jed TV Sports Network is now the exclusive home to 8 schools. Subscribe today for a full year of sports coverage by using code JEDTV50 at checkout. Visit JEDTV.com for more information.
You didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't know Miller Lite has more taste and only one more calorie than Michelob Ultra. Now you do.
Hold up, now do what you do. Get loud, go ahead, get loose. Get down to business, tell everyone nothing's off limits. You can have anything you want.
Centier Bank. Centier Bank proudly supports the Northwest Indiana Oilmen this season. Since 1895, Centier has remained deeply rooted in Northwest Indiana and promises to remain not for sale for generations to come. Go to Centier.com for more information. It's Centier Bank, a proud sponsor for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. And leading off for the Indiana Panthers is Robert Tate. Tate is 0 for 2. Flew out to center field his first at-bat, flew out to right field his most recent at-bat. And it's Matt Ostrowski in the game out of the bullpen for Silas Noe. Noe went 4 innings, allowed 9 hits on 4 earned runs. So, Ostrowski throws strike number 2. It's an 0-2 count. But Noe, I don't even want to say he struggled to command the strike zone. He threw strikes, only gave up 1 walk. The Panthers are just on it offensively. And for a team that's 1 game behind from 4th place, it's offense like this that they're going to need to rely on down the stretch. They're going to need that run support. And this pitch is fouled out of play. The Panthers on the year 12-17. They're a game behind the 13-17 Elkhart County Miracle, and you got to think if you're the Panthers, you probably think you're the better team than Elkhart County is. This pitch is fouled once again. But the Panthers, look at their last 10 games. They're 5-5 their last 10 games. That's better than the Miracle. That's better than the Generals, and that's on par with the Lake County Corn Dogs. There's the 1-2 pitch is inside. It's a 2-2 count. But you look recently, Jackson, for the Panthers, they're slowly starting to be on the uprise.
And sometimes that happens when you get into July, you get to the end of June. That's kind of what happens is you gain a little bit more confidence. You get a little more chemistry as a team, and
right.
You just start to get things rolling. And now 1 game away from that 4th place and that playoff spot, maybe a little more confidence coming into this matchup against the Oilmen. You really want to win it. You really want to get into that 4th spot and then just hold on the rest of the year.
Here's the 2-2 count. This pitch is shot up to Seymour at shortstop. The throw over to Brendan O'Connor at first base is corralled for out number 1 in the top of this 5th inning. But if you look at what the Panthers are good at, now obviously there's stretches where they're good everywhere, but I think the best part about this team is their pitching. They have the 3rd best team ERA, a 5.08 ERA as a team. And in the Northern League, it's going to be the bullpen, it's going to be starting pitching that really propels your team, especially if you're looking to make a playoff push. You're going to need pitching, and that's something that the Panthers can at least rely on.
Yeah, I'm sure it helps when your team has 9 hits and 4 runs, but pitching has been very good today with Everett going 4 shutout innings.
That pitch is lined right at Chris Baker. And Josh Outlaw is retired. Outlaw was 2 for 2, but he lines out to Baker there. And it's Jason Ballard who steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. Matt Ostrowski 2 up and 2 down in the top of this 5th inning.
Great way to bounce back after we got the first shutout inning. Now you bring in Ostrowski, and he's done a great job to get the first 2 outs. Been really efficient.
And he throws that fastball high for ball 1. The 0-1 pitch, shot right back up the middle for a base hit. Jason Ballard up the middle for a base knock, and that is the 10th Panther hit this evening. They average just 7 hits per game. They have 10 midway through the 5th inning.
Just outstanding confidence going up to the plate. They stay confident, they stay composed, and they go at the pitches that they really like, and they don't swing at anything else. That's what they've done really well today.
Ostrowski's first pitch is in for a strike. Up to bat right now is Aaron Barrera. Barrera, the third baseman, looking at 0-1 count, stealing second base, and sliding in safely is Jason Ballard. A good throw from Emmanuel Scott, but not in time. A runner in scoring position and a chance for an RBI with a base hit. The Panthers have the least amount of RBIs. They average 3.7 RBIs per game, which really, I guess, is not too terrible. I would classify that as just below average, but they're last in the league in RBIs. A chance to come up big. They leave a lot of runners on base. They can extend this to a 5-0 lead. This pitch is hit to Ryan Little at third base. He throws it over to O'Connor for the third out. So it's back-to-back scoreless innings for the Oilmen. They still trail 4-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
This place teaches you to be genuine, to be the same person today as you were yesterday. People from Indiana, they're pretty comfortable with who they are. And you know, I think that puts the people around them at ease to be comfortable with who they are.
The values that built Indiana are here in Strachan Van Til. We're Indiana's grocery store, and we're proud to be Indiana made.
The JED TV Sports Network is now the exclusive home to 8 schools. Subscribe today for a full year of sports coverage by using code JEDTV50 at checkout. Visit JEDTV.com for more information.
Don't let pain knock you out of the ring. Our hand, wrist, and elbow experts are pioneers worldwide. You need us in your corner. Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. Make an appointment today. After our minimally invasive spine surgery, 80% of golfers maintained or improved their handicap. Be treated by the pros to play more like a pro. Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. Make an appointment today.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything.
BP Whiting, an energy company with purpose, one that is trusted by society, valued by shareholders, and motivating for everyone who works at BP. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Kane Hedrick to lead things off. And Jackson, you know what I found out today? The Whiting Oil Refinery is the largest oil refinery in the Midwest. The one we're looking at behind center field, that is the largest oil refinery in the entire Midwest. I found that out today. I literally looked up Whiting, Indiana on Google search, and that is the first thing I saw.
Just another reason for the great backdrop and this historic ballpark.
Hedrick hits this up the middle off the glove from Everett, and he is going to beat the throw. It's a base hit. Kane Hedrick, a leadoff knock. The 4th Oilman hit this evening, and it's the number 9 hitter who steps in, Emmanuel Scott.
And Hedrick, in his first game with the Oilmen, having a great presence out there, a walk and a single in just 2 at-bats, just great presence, getting on base and giving the Oilmen now a chance in this 5th inning to score runs.
It's what you want to see if you're the Oilmen to start this bottom of the 5th off. Emmanuel Scott looks at ball 1 low and away. So runner on first base with no outs. Oilmen trailing by 4 runs midway through this ball game. Everett, the fastball, finds the strike zone. Great pitch. You could tell he put it right in the zone, right where Damon Brennan wanted it.
That's what Everett's done really well. Just putting the ball exactly where it needs to go, not trying to overdo too much. And
here's a base hit up the middle for Emmanuel Scott, and Scott comes up big. That's got to feel good for him. A single up the middle. He connected with that bat nicely. And it's the top of the order, Jackson, for the Oilmen.
Yeah, and just like that, you get the 8 and 9 hitters on base, so a lot of confidence now going to the top of the order where you have some of your better bats, kind of hoping you can score that runner on second and then make it a bigger inning and claw at this 4-run deficit in this 5th.
And so there's a runner in scoring position once again for the Oilmen. 2 runners on, no outs. Brendan O'Connor. O'Connor is 0 for 2. He flew out to right field his last time up. The first pitch is low for ball 1. And Kane Hedrick at second, Emmanuel Scott at first, and Brendan O'Connor at the plate. This could be a big inning for the Oilmen with no outs.
This is really the first inning we've kind of seen Everett struggle with the first few batters.
Here's a high fly ball into left center field near the warning track, and making the catch is Bo Pollocky. O'Connor, if he connected just a tad more with that, you can tell he's upset about that. He could have had a 3-run home run. He dipped his elbow in his shoulder just a tad bit. He's got a lot of power. He's got 2 home runs himself this year. So now it's Kevin Denty who steps in. Kevin Denty leads this team in doubles with 8. His first at-bat as an Oilman was a home run. That actually was at Highland High School against the Indiana Panthers at the Panthers' home field. Denty's first at-bat was a 2-run home run. 2 runners on base, 1 out. Denty hits this one foul. It looks like it will be out of play. It is. So Denty quickly down 0-2.
Everett doing a really good job to get that first out after letting 2 men on, and now already ahead 2-0 against one of the better hitters in this Oilman lineup.
11 extra base hits on the year for Kevin Denty. He can come up big, but he's down 0-2. Max Everett. The 0-2 pitch is high for a ball. Damon Brenna wanted to look back at second base there. Max Everett. A tougher situation than what he's had to deal with here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-2 breaking ball is low once again. It's a 2-2 count.
Yeah, and the last time we've really seen Everett in this position was in the 3rd inning when there were 2 runners on. Comia had stolen second and then stolen third and was on third. And it really looked like the Oilmen were going to score their first run of the game, but Everett was able to close it out in the last 2 outs. And now in a similar position, not a man on third, but a man in scoring position, and only 1 out.
Here's the 2-2 from Everett. It's low again, and it gets away from Brenna. Both runners advance. There's 2 runners in scoring position. Looked like a wild pitch to me. And that is the call. Our statistician to my right making the calls. And then our producer, Zach Carr, as well to our right. Kevin Denty, a full count awaits. Here's the 3-2. It's just high, and Kevin Denty draws his 21st walk of the year. And the bases are juiced, Jackson.
Yeah, and just like that, Randy Seymour, who's very efficient at getting on base, he does it at a 434 clip, and you have nowhere to put him, so there's really a good chance the Oilmen could score their first run of the game here and start to claw back with the bases loaded. You could score 2 or 3 runs here with just a base hit into that outfield for Seymour.
Yeah, Randy Seymour, the number 3 hitter, one of the best players on this Oilman roster. The tying run at the plate here in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. This is a shot into left center field. It's going to drop. Hedrick scores. Rounding third is Scott. He's going to score. It's a stand-up double for Randy Seymour in the bottom of the 5th. And the Oilmen cut that deficit in half. That is Randy Seymour's 5th double on the season. A big hit. And Dre Gilmore is going to call time and come and have a word with Max Everett. Chris Baker is due up. Runners on second and third with 1 out away. And Jackson, how about that?
What a big hit from Seymour. We've seen it again and again from him. Either the bases are loaded or 2 runners are in scoring position. He's been so effective at just putting the ball in the outfield in the crucial moments of ball games. And that's where Seymour has really been clutch for this team. He's been a very good player at just 2-out hitting, 1-out hitting whenever it matters to try and claw back in the ball games. He's not the type of guy that just hits it for fun and just hits it out of the ballpark. He hits in key spots.
Yeah, and you had to think, Jackson, it was just a matter of time, really, before the Oilmen found that big hit. I know I've said this several times in many different games, but the Oilmen, it seems like time and time again, they always find a way to find that big hit when they really need it. And it comes in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. And Dre Gilmore walks back to the dugout. We're going to see some action in the bullpen for the Panthers. Staying on the mound is Max Everett. And it's Chris Baker. He singled to right his last at-bat. Baker hits this one into foul territory. It's going to go into the Panther bullpen.
But as you were saying, yeah, this Oilman team, they always come up in big moments late in the ball games. Usually it's the 8th and the 9th inning, but now when you're down 4-0, you need it a little earlier to try and claw back. But they're a late team. They don't really score as much often. They score later in the ball games, and so even when they're down 4, 5, 6 runs, they can always try and find a way back into it in the later innings.
The 1-1 count to Chris Baker is low for a ball. It's 2-1 to Baker, and yeah, I think it's safe to say Max Everett is in a jam right now. Kevin Denty at third base, Randy Seymour at second. It's Chris Baker who awaits the 2-1. This is a ball into deep right field to the warning track and making the grab in right field. It's an RBI sacrifice fly for Chris Baker. Kevin Denty scores safely. And Jason Ballard made the catch out and right, but not before Kevin Denty tagged up. It's a 4-3 ball game. Oilmen are back in it. And it's Jaden Comia. A runner in scoring position for Comia. Comia flew out to left. He hit his last at-bat. He had a deep shot into left field near the warning track, which was caught. But look at the hit column. Oilmen back up to 6 hits. Everett's pitch is in for a strike.
It just shows it's all it takes is just a few crucial hits, and that's exactly what they've done. A few key and timely hits, and now they're only 1 run away from tying this ball game.
That fastball is high and inside on Comia. It's a 1-1 count. And the Oilmen average 9 hits per game, the second most in the league. 7.5 runs per game is how much they average. And here is a shot to left field. It's a no-doubt home run. Jaden Comia gives the Oilmen the lead. It's a 2-run home run for Comia. His 3rd jack this year.
That was just blasted to left field, and he knew it as soon as it came off that bat. And just what a way to open this ball game up. You're now up 1 run. Exactly what you needed. 3 timely hits in a row. 2 timely hits in a row. Chris Baker almost had one that he thought was out of the ballpark. That was a sacrifice fly that drew in 1 run. Just some great hitting here in this 5th inning from the Oilmen.
Yeah, that ball, that exit velocity was incredible. He hit it right over the left center fence. My goodness, he squared that ball up. Ryan Little fouls this back.
Sometimes that's all it takes to make that bench alive, get your bats hot, is just one giant home run. A 2 RBI, a 2-run home run like that could really fire up even the bullpen.
And Jaden Comia in a big spot. It's a 5-run 5th inning, and the Oilmen have found that offense. That's the 15th home run for the Oilmen this year. They lead the league in home runs now with 15. They are a power hitting team, and Adam Enright made that clear after that 3-game series against the Lake County Corn Dogs. He knew that this was a power hitting team, and they have showed that. The 2-1 count to Ryan Little misses high for a ball. And yeah, Jackson, the Panthers, they led 4-0 up until the bottom of this 5th inning, but the Oilmen offense is hard to keep away. As Little looks at a strike, it is back to a full count.
Yeah, and really ever since that 4th inning, the tides have kind of turned. The Panthers were fueling on all cylinders going through 3, and then that 4th inning hit, no one scored, and now at this 5th it's swapped. A shutout for the Oilmen, and then 5 runs scored from the Bats.
The 3-2 count misses low and away. It's ball 4 for Ryan Little, and the show continues. It's Colin Schmidtke stepping in. Colin Schmidtke, fresh out of high school, an incoming freshman in college, getting some reps, and stealing second is Little. Can he make it? The throw from Brenna, not in time. Actually, the throw seemed to be in time, but unable to get the tag down was Robert Tate, second baseman. And it's another runner in scoring position. The Oilmen can extend this lead with a base hit. Max Everett still working, and Schmidtke hits this to the shortstop. The throw is in time for out number 3. And Max Everett upset at himself after that one. Not his fault. It's just the Oilmen offense. And they take a 5-4 lead. We go to the top of the 6th inning on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Hello, Hoosier fans. Jim Coyle with Indiana Sports Beat Radio, the only show that covers the Hoosiers, the Big Ten, the Colts, the Pacers, and more. And now you can catch us each Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 on WJOB, the voice of the region. Daily guests like Don Fisher, Mike DeCourcy, Bob Kravitz, and Rick Bozich. The coaches, the players, and playmakers. You'll find them all on Indiana Sports Beat Radio with Jim Coyle. Monday through Friday, 11 to 1 on 1230 a.m. and 104.7 FM.
Meet football legend Tom Flores, a.k.a. The Iceman, a.k.a. the first Latino quarterback and head coach ever, a.k.a. why isn't he in the hall yet? Well, Coors Light is going to do something about it.
I'll drink to that.
It's common for back patients to have a lot of questions, but at Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital, we ask a lot of questions too. We want to know about their jobs, their hobbies, their lifestyle. Because spinal conditions are oftentimes complex and multifaceted, the best solutions take into account work and lifestyle. The spine is at the basis of everything that we do and who we are. For us, surgery is not the first priority. Finding the least invasive option to give you your life back is.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. Jackson in the bottom of that 5th inning. The Oilmen found a way to score 5 runs to take the lead. It's, by the looks of it, it's going to be a close finish. Oilmen up 5-4 midway through this ball game. It's Matt Ostrowski on the mound for another inning of work. That pitch is in for a strike. And Trent Lawrence steps in for the Panthers. He's got an 0-2 count to work from.
Ostrowski did a really good job in his first inning of work. Went through 4 batters, got 3 outs. So looking to do something similar here in this inning.
That is a strikeout for Ostrowski. 1 up, 1 down on 3 pitches. That's got to feel good for the right-hander. And there's been a flurry of offense. 17 total hits through 5 innings. So offense has been on full display this evening. Here's the pitch into shallow right field. Kevin Denty slides to make the grab. 4 pitches and 2 outs for the Oilmen, the top of this 6th inning.
Just an efficient inning from Ostrowski, and he's really been a good replacement for Noe. Noe gave up, obviously, those 4 runs, but now already through 1 inning for Ostrowski, he's allowed no runs. And he's done a very effective job at just keeping his pitch count low while getting those outs.
So it's been a quick 6th inning for Ostrowski up to this point. It's Sorab Rizza who steps in. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And with 2 outs, nobody on, he can be a spark. This is shot into foul territory, just out of play. It'll go to a 1-1 count for Matt Ostrowski. Ostrowski, another new addition to this Oilman pitching staff. We're seeing him get some quality innings. Ostrowski plays baseball for manager Adam Enright at Trinity Christian College, where he also pitches. And that pitch is out for a ball, but the 2-1 count finds the strike zone for the 2nd strike. It's a 2-2 count.
Ostrowski just has really good stuff so far through 2 innings. Just been putting that ball in the strike zone as efficiently as possible.
This is a hard-hit ball, really hard-hit ball in foul territory near the Panther bullpen. But it stays at a 2-2 count. It's important for Ostrowski to find that put-away pitch right here. 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base in the top of this 6th inning. The 2-2 fouled and spoiled away once again. Good job by Sorab Rizza, wasting pitches and prolonging this at-bat.
Yeah, and Ostrowski has just done a really good job trying to find that off-speed in one of those bottom corners. He's gone left and right now. Just trying to find the right position to get Rizza to swing and miss at one of these pitches.
The count stays at 2-2. Sorab Rizza, the number 8 hitter for the Panthers. Ostrowski comes set. The 2-2 is hit over to Ryan Little. It's a slow roller. The throw to O'Connor is in time for the 3rd out. The Oilmen, a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Oilmen, a 5-4 lead on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack & Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
The Jed TV app is available on your smartphone and streaming devices. If you downloaded the WGLB Network app, then you're good to go. The same app with a new name. If not, head to the App Store on your phone or streaming device. And right now, you'll be able to watch Jed in the Region Rush Hour, and all PNW and high school sports right in the palm of your hand or in the comfort of your own living room. That's the Jed TV app, available on all streaming devices.
There's a pitching change in the bottom of the 6th for the Panthers. It's Anthony Mangano in relief for Max Everett. Max Everett, he did a good job. He had a rough 5th inning, but he kept the Oilmen quiet for as long as he could. Mangano comes into this with 11 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 13 hits on 14 earned runs. He's got an ERA of 10.8. So 13 hits on 11 2/3 innings. I guess it could be worse, but the Panthers and DeAndre Gilmore are going to lean on him in the middle part of this ball game.
And after that 5-run inning from the Oilmen, you have to try and find something here from your pitching staff. You know your offense can get in a groove at some point. They had 10 hits and 4 runs through just 3 innings. So if your offense can find it again and your pitching staff can get grooving here late, there's a good chance you can fight back into this. You're only down 1 run.
So it's Kane Hedrick who steps in for the Oilmen. In the bottom of the 6th inning, it's a narrow 1-run lead. Who knows? We could be in for a close game. I would not be opposed.
I'm with you there.
So Mangano's first pitch to Hedrick is a foul ball into the net. A first pitch strike for Mangano. The Panthers led all the way until the bottom of the 5th, but they're still only down 1 run.
Yeah, and that's really the positive thing if you're looking at it from DeAndre Gilmore's perspective, is that you're down 1 run, you're up in the hit column, so if your bats can just get hot again, there's a good chance you can fight back into it.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Hedrick. It's low for a ball. Panthers offensively, they average 4.7 runs per game. They've reached 4 runs today. Let's see if they can get... They're going to need 2 more at least. Hedrick hits this one into foul territory. But yeah, the Panthers have scored 137 runs in total, the least amount of runs scored in the league. They have a minus 35 run differential. A team with a 12-17 record, I guess that's to be expected. Here's a shot to left field. Hedrick, that drops for a base hit. Kane Hedrick, a leadoff single in the 6th inning. And Emmanuel Scott steps in.
Hedrick's night just keeps getting better. He's now 2 for 2 with a walk. It's his first game for the Oilmen, and he's been really one of the big factors in their offense tonight.
So it's Emmanuel Scott. He singled to center field, and yeah, this new addition, Kane Hedrick, performing in his Oilman debut. Emmanuel Scott takes that first pitch for a ball. It was low. I like these black uniforms the Oilmen wear. They alternate between the black and the gold. I like the black ones. Damon Brennan scoops this one. It's a 2-0 count. For the 4th of July and for Military Appreciation Night, they had kind of some red, white, and blue jerseys. They had those here at Oil City Stadium on Military Appreciation Night and on the road against the Elkhart County Miracle. I thought those were really cool alternate uniforms, Jackson.
Yeah, they're really patriotic. I really liked the colorway and definitely the stripes on them. It was really nice uniform to see out there.
Emmanuel Scott takes ball 4, and runners on first and second base as we head to the top of the order.
And then the one thing I will have to say about these black uniforms is with the heat now getting up there and with the heat that was yesterday, if we would have had a ball game yesterday and they would be wearing these black uniforms, it would have been very hot out wearing those black uniforms.
Yeah, it's a beautiful 70-degree night here in Whiting, Indiana, off of Lake Michigan. O'Connor looks at ball 1. Yeah, just a beautiful evening tonight at the ballpark. And last night it was up kind of in the low 90s. Today it's much more pleasant. The Oilmen trying to improve this record to 20-9 if they can. O'Connor looks at ball 2. The Oilmen 15-2 at home. Those 2 losses have been to the Southland Vikings, so they have yet to lose to another team besides the Vikings here at Oil City. That pitch is a strike on O'Connor. And both of those losses at home have been to starting pitcher Nolan Velchek of the Southland Vikings. So if there is a kryptonite, it could be Nolan Velchek. Or it could be playing on the road. Oilmen 4-7 went away from Oil City Stadium, so also something to look for. A bit of an Achilles heel is playing on the road for the Oilmen. As here's the 3-1 pitch to O'Connor. This is hit hard into left field. It's down. It might be extra bases. Kane Hedrick runs around third. He scores, and Emmanuel Scott is in safely at third. It's a stand-up double for Brendan O'Connor, an RBI double at that. It's a 6-4 lead. The Oilmen extend this lead 6-4.
Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted. You now give some insurance to Ostrowski, who's going to come up in the next few outs here whenever that does happen. Pitching staff for the Panthers has kind of been struggling here after 4 shutout innings. And if the Oilmen can continue to pour it on, this could become a very dangerous game.
So it's Kevin Denty with runners on second and third. He looks at ball 1. But Jackson, I got to say, I don't think Kevin Denty is the guy you want to face. .534 on base percentage. He's got 11 extra base hits today, or on the season at least. This could be another one. Kevin Denty into right center field. 1 run scores. 2 runs are going to score. Kevin Denty is going to stretch it into a double. The Oilmen continue to fight. Kevin Denty, a double. A 2-run RBI double, and Randy Seymour steps in.
They have completely flipped the switch on this ball game. They are now tied in hits with the Panthers, but are ahead in the column that matters, 8-4. And just like that, you have a 4-run lead over this Panther team.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, really, just off of key hits in key moments that we really didn't see coming into these later innings.
So here's Mangano to Seymour. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. And Kevin Denty hits his 9th double on the season. It's an extra base hit. It's the 73rd Oilman extra base hit this season. The 47th double on the year. This is popped up. It's going to be a play on the shallow part of the infield. It's caught by Trent Lawrence for the second out of the inning.
And I will say something. The Corn Dogs...
Or for the first out, excuse me.
The Corn Dogs won 3-0 over the Miracle today, which means that they are now tied. Both teams are 19-9. And so maybe that's a little bit more fuel for this Oilmen if they even know to try and get win number 20, be the first team in the Northern League with win number 20, and secure that top spot in the Northern League.
They had 1 point or 2 games ahead of the Corn Dogs. The Corn Dogs, the last 10 games, 5-5. It's something we're not used to seeing from such a dominant team. That pitch is in for a strike, but obviously you can't win every single game, and being 5-5 in your last 10 games really is not bad, but it's just not as much dominance from what we've seen. The 0-2 pitch on Chris Baker, low and away. It's ball 1. 1-2 count on Baker with Kevin Denty standing at second base.
Yeah, and like you were saying, most of the time 500 is a really good spot to be in baseball, and for the Corn Dogs to be at that, it's not perfect, but as long as they're top 2, that's really where they like to sit.
Chris Baker fouls this out of play. It is a 1-2 count for Baker.
I'm sure Mangano would love to get this last strike and get the second out and be so close to getting out of this inning.
Here's the 1-2 on Baker. He swings and misses. It's a strikeout on Baker. It goes to now 2 outs, and here comes the dangerous Jaden Comia.
Yeah, and really, despite getting Baker out there swinging, now with Comia up, it's still a dangerous spot to be in. Comia blasted, obviously, that home run out to left earlier in this game. He always has a lot of pop in that bat. He could easily score Denty.
Jaden Comia, he homered over the left center fence. A 2-run home run. He's 2 for 3 on the night. He's got Denty in scoring position. Here's the 1-0. A big cut. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. Jaden Comia never fails to come through with a big hit, and he really came through in that 5th inning. That pitch is low and away for a ball. Anthony Mangano trying to get out of this inning. The Oilmen have scored all 8 runs in these last 2 innings. 3 this inning, 5 in the 5th. Comia swings and misses. It's a 2-2 count with 2 outs, a runner on second.
Yeah, and as you were saying, Comia's kind of always the guy to open up a ball game if it's needed. Talked to him earlier in the season, and he really just likes the emotion shown from this Oilman team. You don't see it from most summer leagues, but just really emotional towards the sport.
Here's a hit into right field, veering in foul territory, but it does not matter because Jason Ballard made the grab and ended the 6th inning. We head to the top of the 7th. The Oilmen, an 8-4 lead on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Rise and shine.
All right. WJOB's Jim Deedlow starts your weekdays at 6 a.m. Jed in the region. And be sure to follow us on Facebook. WJOB, AM 1230 and 104.7 FM.
When you hire certified electrician contractors, you're getting the best. But just as important as our skill and expertise is our culture of safety. We know it's important to you, and we know it's important to them. Certified Electrician represents the NECA IBEW team, a team where safety and productivity go hand in hand. It's why our jobs finish on time and on budget. It's why owners that use us are repeat customers. Certified Electrician, working together, powering Northwest Indiana.
Welcome back to the action. The Oilmen an 8-4 lead as we enter play in the top of the 7th inning. And I hope you guys know what time it is, because I do. Crack the card trivia time here in the 7th inning, but Taking the mound is Tanner Sobkowiak. Sobkowiak he is primarily a middle reliever, and we're going to see him in that spot once again. Sobkowiak, he's only pitched 8 1/3 innings. He's posted a 4.32 ERA, given up 5 hits, and struck out 4. So
really, after his first few starts as that middle reliever, he kind of was slumping, but in these last few games has really found his stride, been able to just throw really good strikes on the outside edges, and that's what's made him really effective. People are swinging at those pitches that really they should just stay off on, and it would probably be a ball.
A big gripe about Sobkowiak is the walks. He's allowed 13 walks through 8 1/3, and I correct myself. His ERA is actually 12.96, so that is his ERA, but a chance to improve that right now in the 7th inning. And I'll get to the trivia question in just a moment. First, we're going to watch Damon Brenna step in, swinging and missing on that first pitch fastball. The question in today's trivia is, who are the top 3 batters with the most leadoff home runs in MLB history? 3 guys with the most leadoff home runs. Shouldn't be that hard.
First, I'm going to say George Springer.
George Springer is correct. He is number 2 on that list. Here's a chop. Kopiak. He makes the play and flips to O'Connor for out number 1. George Springer. The majority of those are for the Astros, where he was a leadoff hitter. He's also a cheater. So, Jackson, you are up whenever you have a guess.
Gotta dig deep. Gotta think of guys who are power hitters but weren't really the cleanup guy. He's more guy.
Here is a foul ball that goes out of play. It's Jaden Correa who steps in. Jaden Correa, 2 for 3 on the evening. He's had an impressive night. Sobkowiak's ahead 0-1. The fastball misses low and away. It's a 1-1 count. Any guess for now? Not quite yet. Keep thinking.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a little more thought here.
1 out, nobody on for Tanner Sobkowiak. It's another fastball that misses low. With the top order for the Panthers inning, you got to think this is probably the inning where you generate some offense. We're deeper into this Oilmen bullpen. It's another chance to capitalize, and Sobkowiak's a guy who's had his share of struggles, but right now he's looking sharp. He's got 1 out away and 2 strikes on Correa.
And really, it's kind of a weird situation for Sobkowiak. He has a really good fastball, just isn't able to place it correctly, but then his off speed is kind of his weaker part of his game, but he's able to find the strike zone really well with it.
The 2-2 pitch is outside. It's now a full count and a big payoff pitch for Jaden Correa. Could be a big base runner. Here's the 3-2. It's fouled in foul territory on the first base side, so the at-bat continues. Good at-bat for Correa, seeing plenty of pitches. And Zach has a devious look on his face.
I don't like this.
The 3-2, swing and a miss. Sobkowiak gets Correa on strikes, and that's got to feel good for the right-hander.
And he's really doing very well today, coming in after Ostrowski threw 2 shutout innings, and now looking to make it 4 in a row as Noe Ostrowski and Subkowiak would combine for 4 scoreless innings if Subkowiak is able to do it here in the 7th.
That first pitch is high and in on Robert Tate.
Is Pujols on there?
It is not Albert Pujols, no. It's Daniel Gay who is at bat. Daniel Gay with a 190 batting average. 190 average, and he has the second most at-bats on the Panthers behind Kevin Bushnell. He's ahead 2-0, excuse me. That pitch is high for ball 3. And Zach, do you have a guess?
Trey Turner.
No, it is not Trey Turner. That is incorrect.
Had to make it obvious.
It's a 3-0 count for Subkowiak. Daniel Gay looks at ball 4, and there's the base runner with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning.
And just as you talked about, the walks are kind of an issue for Subkowiak, and we see it now after getting the first 2 outs pretty effectively. He now has his first base runner and Tate after a walk, 4-pitch walk at that.
So it's Josh Outlaw stepping in. Outlaw 2 for 3 with an RBI to his name. He's had an impressive evening tonight. I could have just said impressive evening. This is a hard-hit foul ball out of play over the Panther bullpen. You got to think, if he straightened that out, that could have done some damage.
Yeah, just a little too late on that one.
Subkowiak takes a deep breath. Stealing will be Daniel Gay. This is a blooper into shallow left field. It drops for a base hit. Heading to third is Gay. And he slides in. Runners on the corners for the Panthers. It is a bloop single for Josh Outlaw, the 11th Panther hit. And Subkowiak going to face a bit of a jam. It's Jason Ballard who steps in. He's 1 for 3.
Is McGuire on that list? Do we have McGuire on that list?
No, not Mark McGuire. I will say, after this pitch is inside for a ball. It's a hard-thrown fastball. One of the 2 names has been a guest we have had before in a whatever category it was. So we've said his name before.
That could be a lot of names. I will just say that.
One of them is a former Cub.
Kyle Schwarber.
Not Kyle Schwarber. You know, I like the thinking, kind of. Not really. So it's a 1-1 count. Oh, this is high and in. I think that went behind Ballard. It looked like it did. And Subkowiak. That pitch looks like it's in the high 80s at least.
Yeah, Ballard had to move his bat out of the way so that wouldn't be called a tip foul.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Stealing second base. It's not in time, and scoring from third is Daniel Gay. And advancing to third off of the errant throw is Josh Outlaw. An Oilmen miscue. Emmanuel Scott through to second. And I don't know about that decision. You have 2 outs. You have 2 strikes, and you take a gamble. I think Emmanuel Scott wishes he had that one back, but the Panthers add a run, and it's less of a deficit. It's 8-5. Here's the 2-2. It catches the strike zone. Subkowiak gets out of the top of the 7th inning. He gave up 1 run, and that will do it. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Oilmen lead 8-5 on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
First time in 30 years, Coors Light has an ad in the big game. Actually, this is a Miller Lite commercial. Mountain Cold Refreshment. It's Miller time. Great taste. Less filling. Cold as the Rockies. Coors commercial. Miller commercial.
Actually, it's a Blue Moon commercial.
I am a success. I am the future.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am. I am.
I am Ivy Tech Community College. Are you?
Wait! Let me help. Lando Frost. Premium meat. Delicious. And no byproducts.
Toss it in.
Et moi?
Okay.
Whee!
Make the smart choice. Lando Frost Premium Meat.
It's common for back patients to have a lot of questions, but at Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital, we ask a lot of questions too. We want to know about their jobs, their hobbies, their lifestyle. Because spinal conditions are oftentimes complex and multifaceted, the best solutions take into account work and lifestyle. The spine is at the basis of everything that we do and who we are. For us, surgery is not the first priority. Finding the least invasive option to give you your life back is.
Welcome back to the action. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's Ryan Little who steps in. It's an 8-5 Oilmen lead, and when you think of Crack the Card trivia, the question is who are the top 3 players with the most leadoff home runs in MLB history? Think of, at least for one of the guesses, think of the best leadoff hitter of all time. It's very simple. Ryan Little looks at ball 1.
Problem is, I don't know
who's
a leadoff hitter, like, primarily.
It's a 2-0 count on Ryan Little. It's Anthony Mangano who stays on the mound.
I believe it's my guess, so I'm just going to go out of nowhere and say Rizzo.
Not Anthony Rizzo. Not Anthony Rizzo. For one of them, think of a guy in the 90s who was he's a Hall of Famer, known for stealing bases, known for batting leadoff, hitting home runs in the leadoff spot. Not Ichiro. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Ricky Henderson?
Yes, Ricky Henderson, number 1. Leads MLB history, the most leadoff home runs of all time.
As soon as I heard stolen bases.
Henderson with 81 leadoff home runs, Springer with 56, and the number 3 guy, think of he's played for several teams. I don't know about several. He's played for a few, but he played for the Cubs. Think of the 2014, 2013 days with the Cubs.
Oh, jeez.
You'll know the name when I say it. He used to be a solid player, and he happened to hit leadoff home runs. Schmidtke hits this to shortstop, making the play at second, and retiring Ryan Little is the shortstop, Jaden Correa. There's 1 out away. So it's Jackson with 1 and Zach with 1 guess. And it's Zach's turn. He might think he knows.
I have guesses. I don't know it, Zach.
So it's Kane Hedrick with 1 out and a runner on first base in the bottom of this 7th inning. That pitch is low. Good stop by Brenna behind the plate.
See, if Charlie would have said 15-16, I'm pretty sure I would have had it, but 13-14's kind of throwing me off, thinking it's a guy that wasn't there for the World Series ring.
He's not one of the World Series guys. Here's a shot to left by Hedrick, and it's caught out in left field by Bo Pollocky. Caught by Daniel Gay, in left field. So there's now 2 outs. Emmanuel Scott steps in.
It's not Addison Russell.
Not Addison Russell.
That wasn't a guess.
Okay.
I said it was.
Yeah, you're right. You did say that. You are right. So Schmidtke at first base. Emmanuel Scott at the plate with 2 outs. His team a 3-run lead. Scott hits this a mile in the air, but out of play. That That was crushed.
He clobbered that one.
That ball, solid piece of hitting, but foul. And Mangano ahead 0-1 on Scott. This shot is going to stay fair, and it could go. It does. It's a home run. Emmanuel Scott, his first jack of the season. My goodness.
That one was so far out of here. Same spot as Comilla. Almost exact same, too. Right by that tree in left center. What a shot. We saw the moonshot before that just went foul. And in his second pitch seen in that at-bat, just slams that one out of here.
Emmanuel Scott. Beautiful piece of hitting. And that's the second Oilman home run this year, or excuse me, this game. 16th home run this year. And it comes from Emmanuel Scott this time, his first of the season. That's got to feel good for him.
And he's one of those guys, he's batting 180, so he doesn't get a lot of hits, but that could be a mood booster going into these next few weeks.
Brendan O'Connor now. We go to the top of the lineup, and after that foul ball from a Scott, he hit it a mile in the air. He got a bunch of that ball, and then the next pitch he adjusts and hits it into left field. The 0-2 pitch on O'Connor misses low for a ball. So the Oilmen, they lead 10-5 with 2 outs away. The 1-2 pitch misses outside. And they've scored 2 this inning, 3 in the 6th, and 5 in the 5th. It's a full count now for Brendan O'Connor. There's some deciphering on what the count is. I believe it's a full count. It is.
Yeah, it doesn't. So the ump's trying to decide if it's 3-2 or 2-2.
So here's the payoff pitch to O'Connor. It's hit to outlawed shortstop. Can he beat the throw? It's high. And O'Connor reaches. That is an error. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Brendan O'Connor. If that throw was on line, I think that would have got him. And it was high.
Yeah, it was almost clearly in time. If he would have been able to glove that just over his head. Clear throwing error.
So it's Kevin Denty now who steps in. Oilman a 5-run lead, and stealing second is O'Connor. The throw from Brenna is not in time. That's a stolen base for the Oilmen.
He was standing, walking in there.
Kevin Denty. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs tonight. He's had a successful evening. He hits this one hard into left center field, but making the catch in center is Josh Outlaw. Great grab in center, but not before the Oilmen add 2 runs thanks to an Emmanuel Scott 2-run home run. It's the Oilmen 10, Panthers 5. We'll be back in the 8th inning on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order, delivery, or enjoy the convenience or to-go team shop for you. Enjoy. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
That beach is just too hot. I mean, God, look at it. It's making the thing grimy. Everything's just. Of course. Not refreshing.
These teams use smart app technology to create any well so they can and stop potential problems in their safety is for being always working to be better.
Have a student headed to college this fall? If so, you probably have questions, and the best place to find answers is Ivy Tech Community College. Ivy Tech is in your community and offers hundreds of options. Best of all, our tuition is a fraction of the cost of other colleges. Complete a free application today.
Welcome back to Oil City Stadium. The Oilmen have taken control of this one. It's a 10-5 lead for the Oilmen. We go to the 8th inning. Both teams with 11 hits, but the Oilmen, they front offense. This first pitch is fouled into the net. It's Aaron Barrera stepping in.
And if you would have told me after those first 3 innings from the Panthers, the Oilmen going into this 8th inning, they'd be up 10-5, they'd be tied in the hit column with the Panthers, I would say you're crazy. There's no way that's going to happen.
Yeah, they know how to turn things around, and it just never fails, except every once in a while. They're coming off 11 against the Griffith Generals, the last place team. This pitch is just foul on the third base side. The Oilmen were run ruled at Griffith. They lost 11-1. That was the Generals' first win against the Oilmen, and a big win for Griffith. And it's trying to gain momentum.
It's very interesting because now every game that the has been 2 and the Oilmen and the Generals 1 runs are just and Oilmen play.
That pitch. So it's 2-2 on Aaron Barrera. Barrera is 0 for 3. He struck out once. And Sobkowiak on the mound for the 8th inning. The 2-2 pitch, the fastball, gets Barrera. He's 0 for 4. And Sobkowiak gets his second strikeout. 8th. It's a 10-5 lead with 1 out.
Good improvement from some today. Really well. We talked about it. He's struggled with balls lately, but he's done really well in these last few outings. Just put the ball in the strike zone and get strikeouts, and we've seen that now here today.
So here's 25. It's Trent Lawrence who steps in. Excuse me, it's Gabe Cortez for Trent Lawrence. Cortez stepping in for his first evening. He's down 0-1. And Sobkowiak missing high on that pitch. It's a 1-1 count with 1 out. Nobody on base. Anyone have a guess?
Alfonso.
Yes, it is. It's Alfonso Soriano. The cut, the third runs. Win card trick. If you had to guess, if you had to just guess, or if you lost count.
I've got to be like 9 and 8.
He says he's got to be 9 and 8, so I would agree with that. Here's a hard hit ball into left field. This is going to be extra bases. Cortez rounds first. Excuse me, it's not extra first.
Around 500. The
has room to improve. Jackson, you said it great. Jackson, do you know what your record is against Zach?
I have no clue, but when I am producer, I will tell you I'm above 500.
I think I'm like 1 and 6.
I want to say I'm 3 and 1 as producer, not 2 and 1.
Here's a hit for Bo Pollocky. Runners on first and second with one out. And who knows, maybe a late game resurgence from the Panther offense. It's their 13th hit.
Yeah, and really, as I was saying earlier into this game, if the Panthers can find a way to get their bats hot, there's always a chance they could claw back into this one, and that's exactly what they're doing now, just getting those hits.
So, Ovia. Rizzo's 1 for 3, the designated hitter for the Panthers. And he takes ball one. It's a fastball that misses low. Sorab Rizzo coming into tonight with a 206 average. Team out. Sapkoviak's 1-0 pitch is in for a strike. Sapkoviak, Jackson, looks like he's going with the fastball primarily here.
Yeah, it looks like that's really been the thing that's been his strong suit so far, just putting it on the edges of that strike zone.
Is fouled near the third base side. Now, grab.
It looks like kind of use that off speed a little bit, but it's been going too far outside of the zone. He doesn't really like it. He walked a batter earlier in this game with a lot of off-speed pitches, so like you said, kind of just using that fastball, and it's been able to work here.
Here's the 1-2 count. This is rough. Scott still going to third. With just one out. And a real opportunity here for the Panthers. In a big spot. Teams hit just .225 when playing against the Oilmen.
Can tell you that is not the case today.
Not the 2-3. So strikes. There's and third for the Northwest Indiana Oilmen. It's Damon Brenna who steps in. Brenna, you know, I'm not really used to seeing him in a Panther uniform. He's been with the Oilmen the majority of this season. He's 2 for 3 tonight. Swings that first 3 with high. He struck and he's run. He's locating that fastball nicely.
Yeah, he's really been able to show why he's a good bullpen arm, middle reliever arm. He had 4 strikeouts in 8 1/3 inning coming into this game, and now has 4 strikeouts in just an.
In total. So top Sapkoviak. This could be a big 2-strike pitch for both Brenna or Sapkoviak here. A base hit could score 2. Sapkoviak. The 1-2 pitch misses outside. We're going to do it again. With Young. Here's the 2-2. It's outside once again. It's going to be a full count.
Yeah, and despite Sapkoviak kind of getting the release point mixed up, his off speed not really working, he's filling up a lot of counts, but still zone really
to the as long as he can. It's a full count for Damon Brenna. 2 runners Second and third base. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Oilmen lead 10-5. Here's the it will take our.
We saw it earlier for the Oilmen with bases loaded. They unleashed and emptied the bases in 2 swings. Seymour with a double that scored 2, and Baker, who had a sacrifice fly that scored 1, and now the Panthers are looking to do the same and try and clobber on deficit.
Stepping in the order, he hits that into the net for a foul ball. But the bases are loaded here with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1. This is another foul ball. Correa is 2 for 4. He game with 7 average. He's having a great night today here at Oil City Stadium. He's got to protect down 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Sapkoviak gets his 5th strikeout through 2 innings. And the Oilmen protect that 10-5 lead. Bottom of the year on the north. That
now do what you do, get loud, go ahead, get loose, get down to business, tell everyone, nothing's off limits, anything you.
Jed TV Sports Network is exclusive school. Subscribe today for a full year of sports coverage by using code JEDTV50 at checkout. Visit jedtv.com for more information.
Don't let pain knock you out of the ring. Our hand, wrist, and elbow experts are pioneers worldwide. You need us in your corner. Midwest Ortho Oilmen. For our surgery, of golf by the pros to play more. Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. Make an appointment today.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official.
I'm going to talk about Strack and Van Til. Ordering groceries has never been easier. New online shopping at Strack and Van Til saves you time and money. In-store sale prices, pickup or delivery, online coupons, rewards points, and more. Sign up at shop.today. Mangano for another inning of work. Why not? It's the 8th inning here at Oil City Stadium.
Who's the pitcher?
Anthony who is 10. He's going to do what he can to keep this at a 5-run deficit and nothing more. Randy Seymour is going to lead things off this time up. Seymour is 1 for 4. He hit a double. He's RBI. It's a 10-5 Oilman lead through 7.5, or 8.5 innings, or 7.5 innings, excuse me. Wesley out of the walking for a good, nice. It's an 0-1 count on Randy Seymour. The 0-1 is hit nicely into right center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Seymour is going to put the brakes on. Thought about headed to second, but he did not. It's a leadoff single for Randy Seymour. His second hit of the ball.
Now, this is just an awning night.
Chris Baker. He's got a hit. He's 1 for 4. Or, excuse me, 1 for 3 with an RBI. He looks at strike one. The Oilmen, they're going to do what they can. And try to tomorrow night here at Oil City Stadium. So by the looks of it, Oilmen look good right now with the 5-run lead. Wesley gets the sign. Baker away. Pop up in shot field. So there's the first out of the bottom of the 8th. It's Jaden Comia. Comia steps in. He's 2 for 4 with a 2-run home run in that 5th inning. And he really hit hard. It was 5-run. Was. He's got Seymour at first base. Here's the 0-1. It's a breaking ball that misses. The Panthers, 13 hits. The 12. It's swings at this. It's a foul ball out of play into the Oilman bullpen. It'll be a 1-1 count to Jaden Comia.
Comia really the one who opened this ball game up and let the Oilmen into the lead early. He had a 2 shot.
Move to safely to third base. He'll be safe there. Randy Seymour, some athletic base running. It's a stolen base for him. And Jaden Comia, what was a runner at first base, is now a runner on third. A runner in scoring position with 1 out. The scored the 3 runs, 5 in the 5th. It was a quiet first 4 innings, but then they responded. Comia's 2-1. He takes in. Seymour is headed home. It's going to be a play at the plate, not in time. He is in. Wild West. Jaden Comia. All of this and still the same at bat. It's a 3-1 count for Comia.
Yeah, and just Comia's at bat. Seymour has gone from first, second, third, and now has scored. A wild one.
So here's the. This is ball. Comia.
Yeah, and after that, you have another man on.
Third baseman, number 2, Ryan Little.
You got to think at this point, the Panthers are trying to just get out of this game.
Yeah, if you can get these next 2 outs and then get your bats up, the Oilmen would then just need 3 outs and this game would be over.
Little, he's making the catch is Trent Lawrence over at first base for the second out. And it'll be Colin Schmidtke who steps in. Colin Schmidtke, a night means he's for it now. Drew Westland trying to get out of this inning. As Westland throws ball 1. Schmidtke with 2 outs, a runner on first base. His team a 6-run lead. Needs to protect the top of the 9th. Another home. 2-0. Oilmen 19-9 on the season, 15-2 at home. They can improve to 20-9 on the season and have sole possession of first place.
They would also be the first team in the Northern League to 20 wins this season.
That pitch is swung on and missed for the first strike. Yeah, they both will be team. The corner. Saturday night here at Oil City Stadium. Oilmen have won the last 4 games against Lake County. That pitch misses high for a ball. It's a 3-1 count on Schmidtke now.
Yeah, and the Oilmen have really had the Corn Dogs number after that 3-game series. The Northern and been able easily close, but won 4 games in a row against the Lake County Corn Dogs.
So Schmidtke draws a walk. It's back-to-back walks for the Panthers now. And I do not see action in the bullpen. They're going to stick with Drew Westland.
Just ride it out. You got one more out coming into the 8 and 9 Oil. To climb.
Now Kane Hedrick steps in. He looks at strike 1. Hedrick, for an Oilman debut, he's been good. 2 for 3. No RBIs, but 2 for 3 on the night. He's done a great job.
Yeah, 2 singles. He walked once. Been really effective today. For next few uniform.
Count. Two runners on. Komiya in scoring position at second with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch is outside for a ball. Yeah, if you're Drew Westland, what's important is to just throw it over the plate. It doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter how well you locate. Put it in the zone. This up to the concourse.
As you were saying, just put that ball in that strike zone. Even if it results in a hit, there's a chance it could be a slow roller over to the shortstop, and you could get that last out and just get out of pitching.
2 strikes and 2 outs. Here's the 2-2. It's not moved out. Westland, executive batter. The 3-2 way inside. It is ball 4. Oilmen have the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning. Stepping up is Emmanuel Scott. 3. run his home season. That felt good for him.
Yeah, he's kind of been slumping as of late, under 200 in his average, so definitely a little bit of a confidence booster coming into these next few games for him.
Yeah, Emmanuel Scott came into this one 180, but 350. He's been behind the plate. The catcher, he looks at ball one. The off-speed pitch was outside.
If you're Westland right now, you're doing everything to not try and walk Scott. That would drive in a run, and you really just want to get out of this inning.
Emmanuel Scott, the make is that will and get one. It's an 11-5 lead. We'll be back for the top of the ninth on the Northwest Indiana Oilmen Broadcasting Network.
Football legend Tom Flores, a.k.a. the Iceman, a.k.a. the first Latino quarterback and head coach ever, a.k.a. why isn't he in the hall yet? Well, Coors Light is going to do something about it.
I'll drink to that.
You guys are crushed. And the Frost Premium Meat gives and keep. Let's get the buns, toast, and bread. Cheese, 10 more. Go.
Make the smart choice. Blanda Frost Premium Meat.
Keeps you busy and you can't get to the store? Shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information and choose delivery or pickup. Then Strachan Van prep with care to go and our online prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Safety doesn't come in a box. It's not a banner that goes on a wall. It's not something you do now and then, or when it's convenient. It's using state-of-the-art simulators to better prepare for any situation. Your team's onshore support and any and be satisfied and always working to be better.
To the top of the ninth inning here at Oil City Stadium. It's a 11-5 Oilman lead, and the Oilmen are 3 outs away from improving to 20. Panthers so this they play game hits on the evening. The Panthers offense really performed well. It's just not easy to beat a team like the Oilmen.
Yeah.
They're 15-2 at home.
Yeah, and really, I came into this game saying the key for the Panthers team was just get base hits, not worry about hitting the ball out of the park and getting extra base hits. And, well, they did to that base ball game. 2 home runs to that.
I almost think the Oilmen have had more extra base hits than... We'll have to look at that box score, but all in all, Oilman power hitting never fails, and it pulled through for them tonight. It's Ryan Radonovich, another new addition to this Oilman roster. As Radonovich has 3 into Gay rounding second base. He's going to halt it there. It's a stand-up double for Daniel Gay. And don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, there have been crazier things. They are always, I don't want to say always, but mostly in the favor of women here at the stadium. Have had in this stadium, so maybe
we shall see. It's Josh Outlaw up to bat now. In those 4 innings Radanovic pitched, he allowed 4 hits on 3 earned runs. He has a 6.75 ERA. This pitch is low for a ball.
And Radanovic is really strong. What I've seen from him, he's the fast ball in the zone. Is off the low flows outside of the zone and just hopes for a batter to swing at it.
Here's the 1-0 to Outlaw. It does not miss. It's in for a strike. Josh Outlaw, 3 for 4 tonight with an RBI. He has been seeing the ball. He has done a phenomenal job here at OC. Over as an Oilman. The 2-1. This is hit hard. It's a base hit. Outlaw's 4th hit. He's rounding first. It'll be an extra base hit. And scoring safely is Daniel Gay. Double Panthers. They get 9th.
Exactly what. Good contact, good velo, and just snuck it past O'Connor there at first base, and it just kept going. And that's exactly what you wanted to see. They score a run here, and now a 5-run deficit, but it's getting closer. Only 1 run, but always a chance.
It's hard. Field. Come on, monster. It'll base. And reaching base. It's runners on 2nd and 3rd. Jason Ballard, a moonshot off the brick monster. But how did Josh Outlaw not score from 2nd base?
I think.
I mean, if it was going to be. Oh.
I think. Crack. Made it. He was gone. And so it fooled Outlaw enough to not just start running and try and go home.
So we head to Aaron Barrera. He's 0 for 4. A chance to come up big. I mean, a base hit. Makes it 11-8. Still no outs. I don't know. Maybe a sliver of hope. Pitch is 2-0 count. Barrera. Do.
Or if you're in right now from Radanovic, is just put the ball in the strike zone. We don't
need to do anything fancy as that pitch is fouled out of play. It's a 2-1 count. But Ryan Radanovic, he throws the ball hard and he's accurate. The Panthers just doing a good job. It's the Panthers' 18th runs. It's still not bad. That pitch is in for a strike, but the most hits this season for the Panthers in a game, and they trail by 5. The 2-2 is a chopper and foul territory near the 3rd base side, and Aaron Barrera stays alive.
Most times when you get a, especially like, you're able to open up this ball game by countless runs every single time.
That pitch swung on and missed for the first out. Big strikeout for Radanovic. He gets Aaron Barrera. So it's Gabe Cortez. He singled his first time. He's won it. He came inning. And hitter. We're going to see him again. 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Radanovic doing what he can. This is hit into right field. Kevin Denty trying to come under it. He can't do it. It drops. It'll be extra bases once again. 1 runner out forward. inning, the 17th hit. It is Bo Pollocky, the left fielder. Once again, runners in scoring position on second and third base. Yeah. He takes ball one, and a 4-run deficit now. There's been 2 runs scored. The Panthers look confident. They look good in this 9th inning. Pollocky hits this foul back into the net. Just 1 out. And a base hit here could really make things.
Yep. It's up to 9 to. Still got 2 more outs to get here.
Here's a base hit to right field, Jackson. Bo Pollocky. Kevin Denty gonna throw this into home plate. It stops the second run from scoring, but it's an RBI single from Bo Pollocky, and it cuts that deficit to 3 runs. 3 runs have been in the 9th. The Indians. It's 11.
Yeah, and really just smart base running from the Panthers team. Whenever they get that second run, it looks like Ballard had a chance to score there from third, but didn't take it because they just wanted to be safe and ensure that there wasn't an out at the plate.
So Radonovich is runners on the corner. He looks at strike 1. Yeah, I like that fastball on the outside part.
Yeah, very effective with it is Radonovich. He's able to either put it high in that zone and get him to swing under it or just paint the edges of the zone.
The curveball goes into the zone beautifully for strike 2. Radonovich. Count. Big strike pitch. The 1-2 chopped right back at Radonovich. Can he make the throw in time? He can. He throws out Rizza. Great job by Ryan Radonovich making the play. And advancing to second is Josh Outlaw. So runners at second and third. And it's Dane step.
The man does advance to second, so a little bit more hurt if there is a base hit here, but the runner at third doesn't come in to score, and so you still keep it at a 3-run deficit.
Brenna hits this into foul territory. Damon Brenna. He was traded from into. There's not. Here's the 0-1. It's high and inside. Radonovich, 1 out away from victory.
And we will say traded very vaguely. The Oilmen did not receive anything. Actually, for that, they almost just gave up Brenna and I believe Baranowski to this Panthers team.
Yeah. Right back. And miss. Baranowski and Brenna. And Brenna, we're seeing him right here. 1 strike away. Here's Radonovich, the 1-2. It misses high. And this at-bat continues. It's a 2-2 count. Damon Brenna in a big spot on the road. The 2 play. Do it again.
Good job. He's seen a lot of full counts, and sometimes it hasn't given him the result he's liked, but most of the time he's ended up on base, and it could be a same situation here where he gets a base hit and makes this game even closer.
The 2-2 is outside and misses for ball 3. It's out. Got rushed that.
Luck does still stand at third now. The runner doesn't come in to score. And Radanovic, I'm sure, is very happy with that, as now he has a chance to still get out of this.
So here's the payoff pitch, the 3-2. Brenna pops this straight up. It looks like it could stay in play. It's going to this at-bat.
One of the up thing here just tipped off of it. It was very close.
So we approach 30 pitches for Radanovic here in this 9th inning. The Panthers have scored 3. They trail by 3. At the here's the swing and a miss. The Oilmen win. They improve to 20-9, and they take down the Indiana Panthers here at Oil City Stadium. It is another home victory for the Oilmen. The Oilmen win 11-8, and Jackson, me and you will be on the City tomorrow night for the Zach Carr. For myself, Nick Kane, and Michael Stevens. That'll do it from Oil City Stadium. The Oilmen 8, Panthers, or excuse me, the Oilmen 11, Panthers 8.
Byproducts.
Make the smart choice. Plan of Frost Premium Meat.
The Jed TV Sports Network is now the exclusive home to 8 schools. Subscribe today for a full year of sports coverage by using code JEDTV50 at checkout. Visit jedtv.com for more information.
You didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't know Miller Lite had calories. Now.
Hold up, now do what you do. Get loud, go get loose. Get down to big tell
The post here tonight as the Oilmen win 11-8 as the Panthers tried to claw back in the 9th inning by scoring 3 runs but weren't able to come up late. They did, however, hit more balls than the Oilmen. They went 18 hits and the Oilmen only had 12, but in the column that mattered 8 and for the Oilmen, they had a home run from Jaden Comia that scored 2. Seymour had a double that scored 2 as well. It was just a really strong outing in at-bats that mattered for this Oilmen team.
Yeah, and honestly, it was one of the best offensive performances I've seen. Not a lot of walks for either team, and for the Indiana Panthers, this one's going to sting just a little bit more just because like they each ball. Oilmen picked the power of the day. Panthers, but the Oilmen just were better at it today.
Yeah, and the Oilmen really had their way after Silas Noe exited in the 4th after allowing 4 runs. Their bullpen did a really good job to have some shutdown innings, only allow 1 run until that 9th inning where they gave up 3. It was just putting on a show, putting the ball in the strike zone, off ball. It passed a lot today.
Yeah. Actually looked fantastic even for giving up 3 runs in the 9th inning. He has a very high velocity fastball along with a absolutely dirty slider, but the Panthers were just seeing the ball the entire entire time, but I'm excited to watch to see his arm out on the mound more often for the going out.
That post game key 20 here. Sole possession of the Northern League once again after the Corn Dogs tied it here earlier tonight over in Elkhart County, and the Oilmen will be back here at Oil City Stadium to face these Panthers tomorrow night at 7:10. Don't miss it. It will be me and Charlie